This is not working at all. Maybe focus more on quality. You should tell the Kung Fu Panda 4 directors that instead of me. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. If y'all can shut up, that would be actually amazing so I can get back to working. Wait, if I'm Enchanted's inner voice, then who are you? I'm Enchanted's inner voice? How many voices do I have in there? You do not want to know. I really want money. I hope I make some money today. I just love money. I really love money.
Shut up. I actually like making videos and quality content for people to enjoy. Just shut up. I'll make a Kung Fu Panda video, I swear.
I felt I was at inner peace after my previous Kung Fu Panda 4 video, but like it has been a good moment since I've talked about it, so I don't think I actually want to make more, if I'm going to be completely honest. I've done 2 videos and I feel pretty content with that I have made, and I want to leave it there. But there's a very good reason of why this video is being released and why I'm stepping back into this new trilogy of Kung Fu Panda movies. And that is because of one key reason. Kung Fu Panda 4 has completely backed the rest of the trilogy into a wall that may be inescapable. And what is also inescapable is me asking for you to subscribe and like if you enjoyed, and comment any suggestions for videos or any tips or criticism. Now, what do I mean by backed into a wall? Well, I am taking inspiration from a video I watched a while back about how Stranger Things Season 5 is backed into a wall, which I will link down below for you to go check it out yourself, as it is a very interesting video. But how does this apply to Kung Fu Panda 5? Well, I think it's very simple, on the surface being how Jen is now the Dragon Warrior. Jen being the Dragon Warrior sets the problem, as the next movie is going to have to do one of 2 things. Either the writers lazily say Jen learned all her Kung Fu off screen and that she's now the Dragon Warrior, without any explanation whatsoever, which is not a good thing when trying to develop a new character, or Jen will learn how to be the Dragon Warrior, but the problem is that they will practically be redoing the first movie again, which is not a great thing, as the 4th movie was basically redoing the 2nd movie, but worse. As we take these 2 scenes of Tigress hugging Po compared to Jen hugging Po, and you can tell me which was executed better. And I think audiences are smart enough, even the smallest babies that were intended to be the target audience of Kung Fu Panda 4 would understand that redoing the same arc Po had, but with a character that we already, after a whole movie, don't really know or care for, is something that sets up a failure, as either way, Jen's arc can be taken and will probably not do the movie any good whatsoever, because the choices are either skip the entire part of the character arc or redo the character arc from the first movie, so, which in terms of writing, will not earn any praise for doing the same thing over again. Another really big problem set up in Kung Fu Panda 4 is that it's obvious that a certain director put comedy ahead of actual storytelling, which basically has ruined the potential of Po's staff, now being just the plot device whenever Po needs it. Po's staff is something that should hold a great power to it, and now that this staff can do anything whenever the movie demands of it, it makes it harder to keep it intertwined with the story, when it can do anything. But the problem is, Po never uses his staff, except against the people in the bar and to defeat the chameleon, but at no other time he thought of using it. So when Kung Fu Panda 5 comes around, the issue is now that Po's staff is just a plot device and nothing else. They're going to have to redo the entire storyline of Po's staff getting stolen in order for a villain to succeed, which already happened in 4, or they're going to have to retcon it. But the problem is, why would Po ever get rid of this all-powerful staff in terms of how a story would play out? As that, he wouldn't. Like, I mean, it's seriously that powerful. Why would he get rid of anything like that? But for the story's sake, they need to get rid of it, or then the staff will just be the same plot device as previously. And if they don't, then basically that makes the movie more lazy, just using the staff anytime they can't decide how Po or Jen gets out of a situation. The staff is not something they can nerf because of how someone made a mistake of accepting the writer that said that they can use Po's staff whenever they feel like doing their job, and now we are stuck with something that Jen can use even though she had only seen Po use it once, and can just write their way out of any situation whenever. How is this a movie? Another thing is how expansive Kung Fu Panda 4 is, and I must say that maybe one of the only good things about this movie, since they really show a whole new side of China. But the problem is that the next movie is set the expectation to expand the world again, as each Kung Fu Panda movie has grown on the world bigger and bigger each movie, so now the writers need to find a way of expanding the world once again in an even bigger way, which can be really bogged down because of a movie like this. Sometimes because either they can spend too much time on showing every part of this new world, or they spend too little, and then the world seems hollow and unimportant and usually underdeveloped completely, to the point where new things aren't exciting to do. But then you might ask, why not just have them stay at the Jade Palace the whole time, fighting their battles and stuff? And you should probably understand, as I'm saying that the movie will get boring fast, as we see this place every single movie, and if we were to spend another hour 30 in the Jade Palace the whole time, then nothing becomes unique anymore, and having a fifth movie and a second trilogy of a beloved DreamWorks franchise not being its own thing compared to the others will make the movie boring and overdrawn and useless and more of a cash grab than 4. Finally, as one more point is that after 4, I believe that the people behind these movies have lost their touch with what made the first 3 movies so good, as it had been an entire decade since the 3rd movie, and bringing in people that don't understand the point of Kung Fu Panda, or I guess how to make movies that aren't obviously cash grabs, is not a great move when trying to handle something like this. And sure, they make you money, but they deteriorate your content, as I don't think it's a coincidence that Kung Fu Panda 4 is the movie that has made the least in the franchise. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I know it's a 4th movie, but after 10 years of waiting, I believe that there are people out there who love Kung Fu Panda, did not want to come back to see 4 because of what they heard. And to add some evidence towards that, I know people that love Kung Fu Panda, but after seeing the trailer or hearing what people have to say about it, they completely lost interest and treated Kung Fu Panda 4 as a reject. The major thing I have heard about Kung Fu Panda 4, and something I completely agree with, is that the movie is disappointing in every way imaginable, and is something that feels really out of place compared to the first 3 movies. Don't get me wrong, when I first saw the teaser poster for Kung Fu Panda 4, I felt hyped. I felt like I was a kid again, going to see one of my favorite franchises again on the big screen. But instead of treating the movie with respect, they ruined it, and ruined the ending given to us in Kung Fu Panda 3 by disregarding Po's arc and his traumas and villains he fought along the way, and turned Kung Fu Panda 4 into a peach tree that was too young and underdeveloped to give the audience any peaches of entertainment that can rival the original trilogy. The fact there is more of a chance Kung Fu Panda 5 will be even worse than 4, then trying to match the quality of the first 3 movies, is something that makes me utterly sad. And although I am definitely not the first person to make this joke, I fully mean it when I say I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I'm gonna go watch another movie I haven't seen for quite some time, and hope it's better than Kung Fu Panda 4, and hopefully Kung Fu Panda 5. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm Enchanted.